Think your office is boring? The following creepy video might make you grateful for your mundane 9 to 5. Watch what happens when an ordinary task turns into an eerie piece of footage caught on camera.
This video was captured on a security camera at office. A man sitting at his desk doing his job, and this thing moves across the room, landing perfectly on the other wall. No one there even notices, which I don't understand how they didn't.
How in the fresh hell did that happen from around the corner of the man's cubicle? What they believe to be an unseen entity seems to be throwing objects around the office and rearranging them. Nobody in that workplace is quite sure what happened, since no one was around the area and the windows were all closed. But we're not just taking their word for it without knowing if that object is heavy or not. Let's assume it is lightweight. A gust of wind could have blown it to the left, couldn't it? But if that was the case, did you notice that at some point the top part also moved towards the right? How? There's something particularly eerie about the way it moves. It's almost as if someone or something is trying to place it perfectly standing on the other wall. One thing is for sure though, if that object is in fact heavy, after witnessing this weird event, these dudes are probably working somewhere else by now. Number 9. Moonlit Pursuit. In this terrifying video, Matt was headed home from work at stupid o'clock while filming the moon to show his children. All seems to be going well for him at first, but that all changes relatively quickly when all of a sudden, this happens.
How big the moon is, it's really big. Anyway, it's pretty cool. What the hell? No. No, 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 no. Wait, that's not the moon.
This video left many viewers believing that Matt witnessed an event paranormal in nature due to just how strange and unnatural it all was, which is fair. But there's something that might suggest otherwise and may actually be even scarier. Did you notice what happened at the end of the video? Looking at the bottom right corner, you can see a random man rushing towards Matt, just before the video abruptly ends. What in the world was this mysterious man doing, and why was he targeting Matt? Was he trying to harm him, or was he simply trying to pull some sort of bizarre joke on him? Either way, it's pretty unsettling, don't you think? Let us know if you think this was a ghost, or just a random, scary dude. Number 8. Echoing nightmares. Andrew never believed in the paranormal, but when he and his friend started hearing strange noises echo through the night just outside the house, they had to investigate it. Unfortunately for them, they never expected to witness a night that would turn so terrifying, a night they will never forget. Here's the footage.
I'm out in the woods. This is Andrew. I haven't actually introduced him yet, but there it is. Hear that? That's the noise. Eric refused to come back out after our last experience, so we've been following this noise back here. You can hear it. Okay, we just need to be quiet. We need a light. Do you see that up there? What is that? Hey, hey. Do you have a light? Shine it up there.
What?
Look, 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 look. Look.
My camera's not picking it up.
No.
I definitely.
It comes right here. Look. What's that red?
What is this?
Is that a house? That's a freaking house.
It looks like.
There is no house on my property. I've never seen. There's no way that this is real. Here. Go forward. There's no way that this is real. I have been on every square foot of my property and never seen this before. Wait. Be cautious. Hey, keep your knife ready.
My camera's having a really hard time picking this up.
Can you see anything in there?
I can see it, yeah, but I don't know.
Just stay quiet. If we can hear that thing in there, we'll know what's in there for sure. Just keep moving, just keep moving. Did you just hear that? This thing, hey, this thing has run at me before. This thing has come at me before. So I'm just warning you right now, stay cautious. If you see this thing, just turn around and run, all right? If it comes at you, just do whatever you can to get it off you. You can use the knife. Just, is that the door? Wait a minute.
This is definitely the door.
Just wait. We have to make sure there's nothing in here. Just stay quiet. There's freaking graffiti on the walls. Nobody ever comes out on my property. Have people been coming out on my property?
It's like a barn.
What the heck is this? Are you freaking kidding me? People have been coming out of my property? How come I've never seen this house before?
Look at this.
How could I've never seen this before?
Kenny, get over it. This seems to be some sort of like kitchen. Well, at least what used to be a kitchen. Oh my gosh.
Just keep your light on.
I can't see a thing. I don't have my light.
What does that say? Turn off the lights. Turn off your light. Just be quiet. Okay. We're gonna get up. And we're gonna walk out. We're gonna get up and we're gonna walk out. Okay. Let's walk out. Let's get it. Just go. He's got a light. Shh. Be quiet. If he can't hear us, it's not gonna find us. Which way do we come in? Where's the door? It's through here. Shh. Be quiet. What's that? Just be quiet. Shh. Hear that? I think it's on the roof. The heck is that? Oh, shoot! Just get out of the house! Just get back to the house! Jesus Christ, Jesus.
Andrew was a firm skeptic and refused to believe in his friend's encounters, even after seeing all the video evidence that would prove otherwise. Well, that was until he experienced it himself.
Come on.
Sure, the footage is quite unsettling and eerily reminiscent of something you see ripped straight out of a found footage horror movie akin to the Blair Witch Project. And let's also not ignore the fact that their channel has a good number of videos showing the same creepy creature supposedly captured outside his house. Skeptics would probably say it's a little sus how he managed to capture this creature on camera so many times, yet we never heard about it on the news. But on the other hand, we never know how the government would react to something like this. Probably sweep it all under the rug. Whether you believe it or not though, just imagine witnessing it with your own eyes. What would you do? To this day, nobody knows what happened since they stopped uploading over 8 years ago. But what do you think that these two friends managed to record that day? Do you believe this is video proof of the existence of the Rake, aliens, or is this something else entirely? If so, what is it then? Let us know. Number 7. Haunted Hints. Escape rooms are designed to test your wits, but what if the real test was confronting the paranormal? An employee at the basement escape room experienced just that. Take a look at what they captured on camera.
Okay, let me see if I can get this on camera.
After spotting chairs moving by themselves on CCTV, this employee quickly ran, armed with her phone camera, to capture the supposed paranormal evidence. When the chairs started moving, we immediately assumed that someone must be pulling a string from the other room, which seems to validate it when she got closer to the chair, showing only the left side but avoiding the right side. After this, we had to keep digging. Next, an operation employee notices a rocking chair in the courtyard moving on its own on the CCTV cameras. The employee said the hair on the back of her neck stood up immediately. There was no further activity that evening, and without a closer look, we can't even attempt to prove or disprove their claims on this one. But then we found this. As Daniela is walking through the event space, she sees a ski ball rolling towards her. She takes out her phone to document the occurrence. As she starts recording, the doors to the event space slam shut. But what's really creepy here is what she found upon checking the CCTV footage. Take a look. How creepy. Did you notice the ski ball It seems to appear out of thin air. Keep looking at her as she walks. It's very unlikely that there's a jump cut here, making the ball appearance even creepier. One of the employees also noticed that the stuffed animals in one of the rooms had been moved. In light of recent events, the staff were immediately suspicious, of course. After the aggressive door slamming incident, many staff members refused to enter the building alone, especially in the evening. But one of the employees arrived early for her shift one day, and while preparing the building for the day's reservations, she heard a loud banging coming from the mid-lobby. As she'd been instructed, she immediately pulled her phone out to document the occurrence, but what she captured made her go home shortly after, absolutely terrified to the point that someone had to come and cover her shift. Take a look.
Hello?
As she approaches the door to the operations area, you can see it being slammed shut repeatedly. We wanted to believe so badly though, but we still needed a lot more to be convinced. That's when we found this next video. At the start of a recent game in the study, the chandelier in the mother's room began gently swinging back and forth. The movement stopped and started multiple times, and the game's host, Anna, was able to capture what you're seeing on her phone. She was understandably frightened and also noticed an extreme pain emanating from the back of her head. She asked another staff member to take over for her while she took a break. But then, taken from the building security cameras before opening, one of the hosts, Sam, reported hearing an intermittent low booming sound coming from the courtyard. He then noticed a strange orb appearing on one of the cameras, and this was captured moments later. Can you see what looks like an orb moving right before the poltergeist activity? This is a very intriguing piece of paranormal evidence, which we found pretty hard to refute. Also, taken from the building security cameras at the escape room, this door decided to join the party too. Confirmed, there was no AC on in the building, and no windows in that room. The door in the video used a ball latch that is very strong and takes a bit of force to open. They currently have no explanation for why this happened. But perhaps the best footage yet happened in the basement. It's become a basement tradition for one of the employees and their co-workers to constantly hide around corners, trying to scare one another while on the clock. Recently, while in ops, Megan saw what she thought was her co-worker Haley running down the photo hallway to hide behind the curtain, hoping to startle Megan when she walked to the front desk. Megan, trying to get the jump on Haley, snuck up and pulled the curtain back, filming the whole thing. But she didn't find Haley. What she found, no one can explain. Take a look. This place is a scarefest, but is it really haunted, or did the employees decide to bring their little basement scare tradition to the internet? What do you think? Let us know. Number 6. Skyfall Secrets. This next video is definitely one that's going to make you scratch your head in utter bewilderment. It shows what appears to be a beautiful blue sky, when out of nowhere, this quiet and peaceful day turned into chaos and confusion. Take a look.
Look at that here. Look at that, Harry. See it? It's falling from the sky, like it came out of space. Where'd it go? Where's the... It dropped. OMG, there's people out there looking. Where'd it go? I heard a loud cry. Wow.
Ever since this video was filmed and released, it has caused everyone to wonder what fell to earth here and why did military jets trounce seconds later. Is this some sort of strange cover-up of special alien technology or something of the like? To this day, nobody is really quite sure, but what do you think is going on here? Did you see the shape of that thing? Let us know your thoughts. Number 5. Eerie Evenings. It's in the quiet moments that the unexplained often makes its presence known. In this next scary video captured inside a shop at Stupid O'Clock, a CCTV camera records more than just the stillness of the night. What starts as a typical nighttime security recording quickly takes a turn that defies all reason. Take a look. As you can see, all throughout the remainder of the video, some genuinely creepy things occur in this building, all without a rational explanation. If this isn't the work of some paranormal entity, then we're really not sure what is going on here at that time of night. In the description of the post, the uploader expresses his fears and concerns after watching the video and wonders if maybe he should escape from this place of work along with his other co-workers. If it turns out that the video is authentic, then it's safe to say that he definitely should be showing the middle finger to that place as soon as possible. Would you stay? Let us know. Number 4. Vicious Entity. With a camera in his hand and courage in his heart, this dude ventures into places most wouldn't even dare. This time though, he might have investigated a building that holds more than just creepy shadows. What he encounters that night left his audience absolutely baffled. Take a look.
لا إله إلا الله أعوذ بكلمات الله التامات من شر ما خلق. حصنت نفسي بلا إله إلا الله. لا إله إلا الله. لا إله إلا الله. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بسم الله. بسم الله.
Usually, it's pretty easy to spot jump cuts, strings, and other signs of fakery in these types of videos. But how the hell did they manage to fake this door moving the way it did? There was no one behind it, or anywhere for them to hide. No signs of jump cuts or even motors on the door. We've debunked some of his videos in the past, but this time, it's been a struggle, must admit. Could this building really be haunted? Let's watch more and find out.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. لا 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 لا. أعوذ بكلمات الله التامات من شر ما خلق. حصنت نفسي بلا إله إلا الله. ايش اللي حرك الباب يا جماعة؟ بسم الله بسم الله بسم الله. أعوذ بكلمات الله التامات من شر ما خلق. حصنت نفسي بلا إله إلا الله وهو العلي العظيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بسم الله بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. لا إله إلا الله. لا إله إلا الله. أعوذ بكلمات الله التامات من شر ما خلق. حصنت نفسي بلا إله إلا الله. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Whatever was going on inside this supposedly haunted building became too much for our Rambo here, so he didn't stick around for long. What do you think is going on though? Did you spot anything we missed? Could he have really stumbled across the real deal this time? Let us know your thoughts. Found a scary video you'd like us to feature? Send us the link on Facebook, Twitter or Instagram at GoosePimplesYT. Also, don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon to get a notification for all our new scary compilations. Number 3. Phil's Secrets. If you've been watching scary videos on YouTube for a while, you probably remember the next few scary videos uploaded by Phil Koch. But what every other paranormal channel failed to tell you is that there's a lot more to this channel than meets the eye. Let's start by refreshing your memory. The more paranormal events he managed to capture on camera, the scarier his house became. But when he started investigating other haunted places, his popularity in the paranormal community skyrocketed with videos like these. It all looks very creepy and very genuine, right? Well, as it turns out, Phil is simply a man who happens to be a huge horror fan and is actually quite brilliant at editing and filmmaking. He fooled quite a lot of paranormal believers at the time, especially when other paranormal channels covered his story without showing his admittedly fictional films. But check out this one called The Haunted Shed. He even worked on it with his kids. Phil is clearly a great filmmaker, and apparently he's also great at fooling us throughout the years. How did you feel at the time when you first watched his videos? Did you think it was real paranormal activity? Or did you feel that there was something off about it all? Let us know in the comments. But at least the next time someone tries to fool you with one of his videos, now you know. Number 2. Shadow Whispers. When our pets act strangely, it's hard not to wonder what they're sensing. Just like in this scary video where a cat's unyielding attention to something just out of our view becomes pretty unsettling to its owner. The cameraman's curiosity grows, but the answer might be more chilling than expected. Take a look. Although it happens really quickly, if you look just hard enough, you should be able to make out what appears to be some sort of shadow figure creepily peeking from the right hand side of the door. Since we can't get a clear view, it's safe to assume that it could just be one of his buddies teasing his cat. But the way the cat stared at whatever it was seeing was enough to send a chill down his owner's spine. Could it be evidence of shadow people, or just someone fooling around? Let us know your thoughts. Number 1. Unseen Pool. From a brother to a group chat to TikTok, this video has made its rounds, leaving viewers with more questions than answers. A child, a bed, and a moment that will leave you on edge. Watch closely. Out of nowhere, it seems as though someone or something appears in the room and tries to pull the youngling out of the bed. It's genuinely hard to imagine how terrifying this would be for the parents to see on the video monitor the next morning. It's safe to say that they must be looking into moving to a brand new house after this. Hey, here's a playlist full of creepy stuff caught on camera for you to enjoy. Don't forget to bump the like button, subscribe and click the bell icon to avoid missing our weekly Spookfest. Thanks for watching. Stay in the dark.